Morning everyone, and welcome to today's trading analysis on the 5th of February 2023. As we are now in a critical position again, I thought of making a quick video, and also just as a quick recap that we made a lower low on the Bitcoin price on the weekly scale, a higher low on the RSI, which had a bit of a hidden bullish divergence. That played out quite nicely. As you can see, Bitcoin is forming a falling wedge. You can see that it had 3 touches at the top and 3 touches at the bottom. And a few likely outcomes could be either for it to break up, come back to retest this at a later stage, maybe in March, and then break out. Or it can just get rejected here, come back to the medium line, which is around $17,000, $18,000, and then break out. Or it can even break down and go down to $12,000, $13,000 to make it even lower low. On the daily scale, you can see that we are still in this trend, this long-term trend that started all the way from June last year. So we are now at the top of the trend. It looks like a bit of a bearish divergence. So a pullback down to $20,000 or $18,000 here. It looks like it could be on the cards. A break above this trend could be quite bullish and push us up to $28,000, $30,000. On the 4-hour, there's also a bit of a divergence, and it looks like it's a bit of a rising wedge. Looks like it might be breaking out, so let's have a look for some downside on that. A little bit of on-chain analysis. If you look at the stable coins reserve all the way from last year, you can see it's still dropping. It does mean that people are taking cash out of the system. You can see that the funding rates have gone from negative now to positive, which means people are more long than they are short. So generally, when they are short, there's space for a short squeeze, and when they're more long, there's time for some long liquidations. Something else to take note of, you can see that at the same time, crypto or Bitcoin on exchanges is rising. So there are more crypto to sell and less stable coins to buy it with. XRP on a weekly scale, it is still below this trend line, long-term trend line, all the way from the top. Sort of just above the 21 moving average, getting squeezed in there. It is now forming a hanging man formation candle, which does look like it could be a little bit of selling pressure. Maybe a little push down before it breaks out is something that we could look at. Something just to take note of is the library case. I don't follow library, the chart at all, but as you can see at this point, when library was declared not a security, and within a few hours, it went up 165%. What could potentially happen when the XRP case is over with a Ripple? On the S&P, on the weekly chart, you can see it looks quite bullish at the moment. A series of lower highs have formed a trend line, a downsloping trend line. The price broke above the 21 moving average and also now above the trend line, so that is quite positive. You can also see the RSIs. Every time it made sort of RSI on 50, it got rejected, and now it's broken through, so that could also be seen as a positive. On the daily scale though, this is something slightly different. You can see that it's now formed a daily 9. That is the exhaustion candle. And then if you go right into the next day, which was on Friday, you can see this was a shooting star candle. This unfortunately is quite a negative candle to come after a daily 9. So it looks like a few days of downside potentially with the S&P pulling back maybe to this trend line. Big catalyst, of course, is the US dollar. You can see that the US dollar have been falling all the way since end of last year. This massive run up, and now it's losing its steam. You can see that this is the first real weekly candle that is super positive going into that candle. Since the big drop, this has been the most positive weekly candle. This is a bullish engulfing candle, long wick at the bottom. And then the most likely outcome right now is for the US dollar to pull up in the next few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks of upside, even come back to retest the 21 moving average. All in all, I think things are looking bullish, and in the next few weeks to look for some downside targets to accumulate some crypto. At this stage, it looks like there is quite a trend change for more bullish environment. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, and let's see you on the next one.